life where I think I'm ready for it. I know I'm ready for it, but I love coming to work every single day. I have never felt like, oh my gosh, not another day. It feels like a family. It's a community.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So have you ever supervised a student of color?
Yeah.
And so how has being bilingual Latina helped or hindered the relationship?
You mean to impact them negatively, or?
No, how has it
been?
Impacted it in general? Yeah.
I mean, I think I have, actually, no, last year I had a Dominicana. But it was just as fine as having someone not of color, because, you know, I have a lot of Caucasian interns, as you know. We talk about it.
That's right.
So in the beginning, it's a wonderful opportunity of conversation, and I usually tell them, what are the cultural implications to your practice? You're white, and some of them may not be. So what does that mean to your practice? You know, how do you engage in that? How do you sit in that moment? How do you learn from each other? So we started talking about it because it's not going to be the elephant in the room.
Right.
It's going to be the Dominican was a little. I think she got it faster, but she's from the neighborhood. You know,
okay.
and so she knows the lingo, and she knew the lingo, and some stuff, like, I didn't know some things like FOMO. I didn't know what that meant. It means fear of missing out, by the way. FOMO. No. So
I knew YOLO, but I didn't know FOMO.
So
was that ever difficult for her, being a part of the community? And
not at all.
Also being part of the community?
Not at all. It was not even an issue. Okay. It was more of what made her feel more at ease. You know, like, there's always anxiety in the beginning of a placement. She had it as well, but I think she felt a little bit more at ease because the people that she was servicing looked like her. And they spoke like her.
Got it.
And she saw them in a nail salon, and she saw them at, you know, the Sea-Town when she was not there. And so I think it made it a little easier for her to engage.
Oh, that's fascinating. So is there anything, so you know what this study's all about. You know what I'm going to do with this data. Is there anything that we have not talked about that you would want me to sort of highlight in the general role of the social worker, or more specifically, you know, bilingual Latina school social work? Is there anything at all that you would want to say about your role in the school, or just anything in general?
I think that we're doing something very unique at Shaw. And in terms of our social, emotional, mental health program, it is very unique. But it can be done in any school. So it's not just for us. And I'm willing to share. I mean, I'm going to copyright my forms, but I'm willing to share. And I think that being a part of the UFT and the AFT and being able to be around other stakeholders, they want to hear from social workers. They really want to. But they want social workers that are coming in with solutions and not problems, right? And I think that if I had, like, a venue to inspire folks, I would tell social workers that it's so amazing and so important during our current times to be Latina and to own it. With our current political climate, one of the conversations that I have with students in our school that we have a restorative justice program, is that a lot of people do not want them to succeed. Our principal tells them, people do not want you to succeed. They look at where you live, they look at who you are, and they do not want you to succeed. But we must succeed because we can. And I think that if more social workers kind of take on that mantle and drive that into the hearts of the population, I wonder how many more leaders we'll get.
Powerful. Now, what do you think the New York City DOE could offer to support the social work that happens in schools?
More professional development. You know, more opportunities to share ideas. Every time I go to one of these panels or forums or whatever, people are always coming up to me, social workers, saying, "Hey, can you tell me more about your program? Can I get your email?" It becomes kind of overwhelming, but I'm like, we need this. I think instead of us trying to figure out how we can compete with each other, we all get paid the same amount of money depending on how many years you have in the system. You can Google it, it'll be right there. You know? It's not a mystery. And I don't care if people know how much I make. It's not like I'm giving them any of my money. So, you know, instead of us competing with each other, I think we need to just uplift one another because there's so much work to be done.
Excellent. Any lasting thoughts?
No, this was fun.
Wonderful. Thank you so
How
much.
did we do with time? Oh, mira, 12:06, just in time for your next appointment.